Percy's new friends. Crovans Gate Station is one of the biggest stations on the island of Sodor. It's full of engines, goods and passengers. Every day the engines deliver passengers to this station, and the little engines take the passengers to the hills. Goods trains pass through, but the engines are never too busy to whistle or say hello as they pass by. Percy passes the station a few days a week, but he never gets to talk to the little engines. He is often too busy delivering his trucks. One day, James was at the station dropping off passengers to Duncan. Percy passed by on his way to collect his trucks from the China clay quarry. He saw James talking to Duncan. Percy wanted to say hello, so he blew a cheerful whistle. "Hello," he whistled, but Duncan was busy listening to James. Percy tried again. "Hello," he whistled again. But just then the guard blew his whistle and Duncan wheezed steam. "Goodbye, Duncan," tooted James. "Oh, here we go," said Duncan. Percy decided to try once more. This time he called over, "Hello, Duncan!" "Who's this green caterpillar on wheels?" teased Duncan. Percy was shocked. "I've no time to talk to green caterpillars on wheels," teased Duncan, and he puffed away, chuckling. Percy was upset. All he said was hello. James couldn't help but laugh. "You do look like a caterpillar on wheels," he laughed. "Just make sure you don't make unwanted visits." Percy didn't think this was funny at all, so he raced away. "It's not fair," moaned Percy. "All I wanted to do was talk." So Percy set off for the quarry. Then he saw a little shed. He could also see Skarloey and Sir Handel resting in there. Percy decided to try and say hello to them. "Maybe they'll be better to me," he said to himself. So Percy pulled up to the shed, but Sir Handel was cross, and he was upsetting Skarloey. "Trucks," he grumbled. "Why do I have to shunt trucks?" "Naughty engines always get the job of shunting trucks," replied Skarloey. "Passengers don't like grumpy engines." Percy gave a whistle. "Good morning," he smiled. "Don't talk to me," grumbled Sir Handel. "I'm not in a good mood." "Come on you," said his driver. "Our trucks are waiting." "Yes, sir," moaned Sir Handel, and he puffed away, feeling very grumpy. Percy was surprised, so he turned to Skarloey. "Excuse me," he said. "Can I talk to you, please?" But just then, Skarloey's driver arrived. "Come on, Skarloey," he said. "It's time to go. Our passengers are waiting." "Yes, sir," wheezed Skarloey. "Wait!" called Percy. "Do you have to go?" "Skarloey has work to do," said Skarloey's driver, "and so do you. Off you go now, please." "Don't worry, Percy," said Skarloey kindly. "I'll talk to you later. Goodbye." And Skarloey puffed away to collect his coaches. Percy was upset. He was so sad his smile disappeared. He thought the little engines didn't want to talk to him. "I only wanted to make friends," he sighed. "Come on, Percy," said his driver. "We can talk to the little engines later." Percy sighed as he moved from the shed. Percy soon arrived at the quarry where Bill and Ben were waiting. Percy could see his trucks in the siding, but he wasn't thinking about the trucks. The twins could see Percy was upset. "What's wrong, Percy?" asked Bill. "It's not like you to be unhappy," agreed Ben. Percy gave a sad sigh. "I wanted to talk to the little engines," he explained, "but they were rude to me and they didn't give me a chance to talk to them." The twins were surprised. "Why not talk to Edward about it?" suggested Bill. "Maybe he can help," said Ben. "I'll talk to Edward after I've delivered my trucks," said Percy, and he puffed away to collect his trucks. Percy was soon coupled up to his trucks. Just then Edward arrived. He had come to collect his trucks and take them to the school. He saw Percy ready to go. "Hello, Percy," he smiled, but Percy was still upset, so he puffed away, blowing a sad, low toot. Edward was puzzled. "What's wrong with Percy?" he asked. Bill and Ben told Edward about the little engines and about what had happened when Percy wanted to talk to them. "Can you help Percy, please?" asked Ben. "Percy needs cheering up," agreed Bill. Edward thought about this for a moment. "I'll see what I can do," said Edward, "after I've delivered my trucks." Percy puffed along the track towards Tidmouth Station. He soon passed the little shed again. This time it was empty. Percy felt sad. Then he saw Rusty by a tank. Rusty was having a drink. He was getting ready to take workmen to repair some broken tracks. Percy puffed alongside. Rusty stared at him. "Hello, are you busy?" asked Percy. "No, but I'm Rusty," said the little diesel. "Who are you?" "I'm Percy. I'm one of the Fat Controller's engines." "I see," said Rusty. Percy took a deep breath. "Are you free to talk?" asked Percy. "Why?" asked Rusty, puzzled. Percy told Rusty about Duncan, Sir Handel and Skarloey not talking to him. He explained that all he wanted to do was make friends with them. Rusty smiled. "Take no notice of Sir Handel and Duncan," said Rusty. "They're always teasing and being rude. But you have to understand that Skarloey is a dedicated engine." Percy listened carefully. "Skarloey is a hard-working little engine, and he wants to be busy," said Rusty. "I thought the engines didn't like me," sighed Percy sadly. "Of course we do," smiled Rusty. "You just need to think about the timing of when you want to talk." Percy agreed. Now he knew he had some thinking to do. "Thank you, Rusty," he smiled. "You're the smartest little diesel I know." And he puffed away, leaving Rusty feeling very happy. As Percy puffed along the line, he kept thinking about what Rusty had said. He felt better the more he thought about it. "They do want to be my friends," he thought to himself. "I just need to find the right time to talk to them." This made Percy feel happy. Now he didn't feel upset anymore. When Percy arrived at Tidmouth Station, he saw Edward waiting there. He was in a siding resting by some trucks. Percy pulled up alongside Edward. "Percy, what's this about the little engines upsetting you?" asked Edward. Percy told Edward all about what had happened with Duncan and Sir Handel and how Skarloey left before he could talk to them. "I just wanted to make friends with them," said Percy, "but it seemed they didn't want to talk to me." Percy also told Edward what Rusty had said. Thought Edward. "I think it's time we had words with them. Come on, Percy, follow me." So Percy followed Edward out to the yards. It was a long way to Crovans Gate Station, but Percy knew that soon he was going to be friends with the little engines. At the sheds, Sir Handel was still grumbling. This was upsetting the other engines. "Stop, please!" moaned Peter Sam. "You're making my boiler ache," groaned Reneus. "Huh," grumbled Sir Handel. "It's not fair at all." "You always think being punished is unfair," said Duke. "You have lots to learn still." Before Sir Handel could answer, the engines heard two familiar whistles. It was Edward and Percy. They puffed up alongside the shed. The engines were surprised. "Now then," said Edward, "I think we have a situation to clear up." Skarloey and the other engines didn't know what Edward was talking about. Edward looked at Percy. Percy knew now it was his turn to speak. "I wanted to talk to you," he explained. "I've never spoken to you properly before, and when I wanted to, you were rude to me. I got called a green caterpillar on wheels." Duncan felt embarrassed. "You upset me as well, Sir Handel," Percy went on. "I just wanted to make friends with all of you, but I couldn't do that if you wouldn't give me the chance." The engines looked at Duncan and Sir Handel. Duncan sighed, and for the first time all day, Sir Handel felt guilty about what he had done. "I'm sorry, Percy," said Duncan. "I was only teasing you. I know I see you didn't like me teasing." Percy was still not happy. He looked at Sir Handel. Sir Handel gulped. "I'm sorry too, Percy," sighed Sir Handel. "I had a very bad day yesterday. I had a rough day." He told Percy and Edward about his accident with the passenger coaches. Sir Handel had bumped them so hard he had damaged the brakes on them, and this caused the passengers to complain. I was punished with shunting trucks all day today, added Sir Handel. I just didn't want to be treated like a small engine. You have lots to learn, Sir Handel, said Rusty. You need to understand passengers more. Skarloey decided to speak now. I'm sorry I didn't speak to you properly today, he explained. I was excited about my new jobs I was given. He told Percy about his new jobs. He had taken some children on a field trip to the lake, delivered some wood for a new bridge, and helped repair a broken roof with some new slates. Percy was impressed. I thought you didn't like me, said Percy. Of course we do, smiled Rheneas. We see you pass our station every day. We hardly ever get to talk to you, said Peter Sam. Talking to Gordon, Henry and James can get boring sometimes, said Duke. Please can we be friends? Asked Percy. The little engines all smiled at each other. Of course we will, smiled Skarloey. We'll be the best little friends you've ever had, smiled Duke. Percy was so pleased he blew a loud and happy whistle. The little engines tooted for joy as well. Then Rheneas had an idea. You must have some tales to tell, he suggested Percy. Please tell us some. Percy agreed. He told the engines about the time he ignored the danger sign and ended up in the sea. The engines couldn't help but laugh. Edward smiled. Well done, Percy, he said. You've made some new friends after all. Percy felt very happy. The little engines wanted to hear more tales from their new friend. I think I have time for one more tale, smiled Percy. 3 cheers for Percy, cheered Rusty. Everyone whistled and tooted for Percy. Edward whistled too. Percy couldn't have felt happier.